Okay, time to unbox another one. Simon's Coffee House. Let's go. First kit of the year, Simon's Coffee House. I was looking forward to doing this. I got this around Christmas time, and I've been dying to open it up. So let's do it. First thing we're going to do, of course, is I always study the book intently because I want to see what I'm in for. So I always look page by page to see, and especially I like to break it down so it's easier for you guys. You know, let's put all the furniture together, let's put all the plants together. So there's a lot of book study here. But I also like to see that very first page of what they have in store. And this one, it looks a little bit tricky. There's a lot of little parts and pieces. After studying the book a lot and probably memorizing that picture, let's see what the parts and pieces we do have. So we got the plants, of course, and we got some little bitty coffee things, go figure, for a coffee shop. There's the electronics and the lights and some tools. This one doesn't have a whole lot of tools, if any. I think it only came with 2. And then all the little things. Yeah, it just came with a paintbrush and some tweezers. I wasn't sure what these are, but we're gonna find out, I'm sure. That's why we study the book, right? And I'm looking at the book and going, what in the world? They look like marking pens, or not marking, ballpoint pens. And then, of course, the crummy plastic tweezers. We'll use our own tweezers. But, I mean, those work if that's the only thing you got. And, of course, you got your giant bottle of glue. This is good glue, and I probably won't open this one because I already have 2 others from previous kits. I'm going to try to save it and not break the seal. So you'll probably see me using a different type of glue, but it's the same, just in a different bottle. That's all. And then I'm just going to pull everything out. I think this building, it's just the corner, so it shouldn't be too bad as far as walls and things. But there's a lot of furniture. And this one has the usual big piece of paper that's all the wallpapers, the flooring, things like that. And also there is a big sheet that shows what size and what the part pieces numbers are. Because I have noticed, and this is from the future, when I started, the instructions do not tell you what piece is in which bag. So you definitely need that last piece that I'm going to pick up right there to reference. It's very important. I thought I'd show you my little setup. This is my itty bitty dining table. I have a very small house, but that's okay. It works for me. And the first thing I always do is I organize all my things. So I'm pulling this one out to see if I can break it apart, and I can. Anything I can do to make it easier in the future, I do. This is one big sheet, so I'm just going to cut it into quarters and then tuck it underneath my cutting mat so that it stays flat and I know where it is. I'm also going to get all my glues together. I decided not to open that, and all my tools, they'll go right there so that they're handy dandy. And we're tossing that one out. We're going to get the good one. There, that's the good one. And we will be set to go. Of course, we need a pair of pliers, and I like to put all the little numbered bags in order. That way, I don't know, it's just my thing. it's easier to find. It's like filing, you know? My administrative assistant in me, I have to put them in order so they're easier to find, and then set them aside. Believe me, it helps. I'm also gonna open up all the shrink wrapped stuff, and I'm gonna set those aside, and that way, well, I know this is what they call package number 1. So all these little wood pieces in my brain, I'll remember, okay, that's all package number 1 if they reference that. And they did sneak some paper items in there. It looks like right there. So I'm going to tuck those under my mat too to keep them flat and not flying away. And right there. I do that all the time. I don't know if that's an easy trick for you or not. There has been times where I forgot, where did I put that? Oh yeah, it's in the same spot you always have. And then I'm just gonna set up my glues. My next steps is I'm going to look at this very brief introduction in the very beginning, and we're gonna see what tools we're gonna need. I notice at the bottom here that it does have a few new and interesting things that we'll see when we get to that part. And it also tells us at the very bottom of how to find the parts and pieces. They had a little tips on glue, which was interesting because they only gave us one kind of glue. And they said white latex glue works on the wood parts and things. Well, you didn't give us that, so good thing we have some. So I'll make sure and fill up my little glue bottles, and we'll have that handy. And then the liquid glue, they call the glue that it came with, is good for the large pieces and other materials. So that's some good tips and tricks. And glue is a gift, not for sale. Another reason to read the first page, all the dimensions in the instructions is shown in millimeters, so that is good to know. All right, now we're going to double check all the tools that we need and make sure we have them. So first off, we need a ruler. Gotta find it. There we go. Check. Then we need a pair of scissors, and we need a precision knife or anything to cut with. Needle nose pliers. Good thing we went over these tools not too long ago, huh? A pencil and a clip. I usually use a little clothespins, but they have a different kind of clip. I have one of those. I gotta find it. There it is. So check, and a black pen. There we go. Check. I'm not sure what they're all used for, but it says to have them handy, and we will make sure. And it just came with the tweezers, the brush, and some pigment. It's basically white paint. We will trade out those little tweezers. All right, we got everything all set up and ready to go. It's time to get started. I think our first one we'll tackle is some furniture. See you next video very, very soon. Bye.